So how many, Shane, could you tell me how many sort of exhibitions you've actually had so far as an artist?
Fuck off, too many, I'll tell you that. Loads.
So how many exactly?
Firstly, there was, I used to have some in the old, in the space I called the Aviary, because it was in my mate's Aviary.
Right.
And they went quite well. They were some of the, they were the old days, But recently I've been in this space, which is the empty house space, a few times, and it's going really well actually. But a few times I've not had anywhere, so I just have exhibitions on the beach, because I can't find anywhere else, and I have them quite late at night, and not many people know about them. But they always go quite well, because I think it's a totally different vibe being outside, but the paintings sometimes fall over. But that's what it is about my art, it's fucking raw, like, you don't know what it's going to do. It's unpredictable, literally, to the point that it might come off the wall because I can't afford fucking nails, because I've got to fucking feed my fucking addiction, to painting, getting more canvases and all that.
And have you worked with anything else other than painted canvases?
Of course I have.
What sort of things?
Bodies. Yeah, there are some others, especially in the old days, but I think painting's my original calling, because it's so fucking raw and straight there. You got complete control over the canvas and the brush,
Sure.
But I used to work in the ready-made, back in the day when it was kind of the thing that people did. And I don't know why I was following the crowd, but I was very confused back then. And I did a few ready-made pieces using my own shit.
And is that work still around today, or?
No, that was one. Cause see, I did that live at one of the exhibitions on the beach. So the tide came in and there it was gone. But that's what art is. It's only temporary. Because you're talking about one moment in time. Because the world's always changing. That's what I always say. The world's always changing. So that's why I've got to be here and talk about it. That's
right.
The point of an artist, to talk about what's going on.
Now, Shane, you've been working as an artist for 20 years now.
Yeah, I fucking have.
Right.
So fucking slog. Go on. What's your question?
Well, I was just gonna. I mean, you've never been nominated for a Turner Prize, or have your work shown in any of the major London galleries? Well, any gallery besides Ramsgate, really.
No, but I have been at some festivals and done some instant exhibitions, But basically, as I said before, I'm an artist. I stay outside the mainstream because I want to connect with the people. I want people to see my work. I don't want people to be in some kind of institutionalised little box, or they take one. I'm not bothered, because then people say, they come for me from Tate and they say, do you want to have your stuff in the Tate one? And I say, no, I don't, thanks. And they said, oh, okay, but you're that good. You'll bypass Tate Modern, you can put your stuff in the Tate Britain straight away. You don't have to even have died. So, but
right.
I still say no, because people don't go to those places because they're intimidating, these white cubes of nothing,
Right.
And it's this culture that we have to be educated to be part of, and I don't believe in it, so I don't do it.
Recently, I spoke to Charles Saatchi, and I mentioned that I was going to interview soon, and I said to him, I'm going to go down to Ramsgate and interview Shane Leo.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him, but I mean, that's the thing with my work, is people want it because I use the traditional values of painting, and you really do have to be quite educated to understand what's going on in my paintings, but I can explain it to you if you want. But because you have to look at old paintings to understand new paintings,
Okay.
So you have to be quite educated, you have to, but as I say, I don't want these institutions that demand you be educated. I just don't think that's good for art.
But when I spoke to Charles Saatchi, I said I'm going down to see Shane Leo in Ramsgate, and he said, "Who's that?"
He's such a joke. I know what he means. I know it's just a joke we have. I know what he
right.
means. It's
okay.
Alright. I got your message. Okay, Saatchi. I'll catch you later, you bugger. Oh, he's making me laugh even now. He's such a fucking joke. He's a fucking joke. I'll tell you that, bro, Pin. He's a fucking joker. He's a fucking joker. I'll tell you that much right now. Alright.
So how would you respond to more classical art? I mean, like even art maybe.
I respond to all the art,
Yeah.
It's the critics and the people I don't respond to. The art I've always responded to in a very deep and personal manner, I mean, it's very, very moving art, and that's why I got into it, it explores things that nothing else can do. You know, if you're a painter decorator, you can't talk about nothing.
Is that your belief that you've got to, in order to say something about the world, you have to be an artist?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, but I believe that you have to know what art is, and you have to speak in terms that are deeper than just the everyday conversation. You have to pull yourself out of, you know, your humdrum existence in order to understand who you are as a being. I think the artist has this innate ability to search deeper, you know, because what we're trying to discover. They say that art is the unapplied science, you know, and it's about discovery, and it's about discovering who we are as people. And I totally have respect for scientists who, you know, they do discover stuff, but it's about things that exist. I don't think that's right.
So do you want to talk us through some more stuff inside?
You know what, I might not show you the work on camera, you know, because
Okay.
people want to experience it first time, but I'll take you inside because it's getting a bit nippy, my fingers are getting cold.
Okay.
So, you know, we'll go inside.
Alright.
So, come on in, this is the exhibition, so, you know, we'll have a sit down in here and we'll have a little chat about my work, alright?
Alright. So we're now in your exhibition space here, Shane.
Yeah, that's right, you know, but this is only like the beginning, so, you know, I'm starting off light with this painting here.
Okay.
And, what actually happens is there's nothing on there, but
Right.
if you take one of these torches that I've got here,
Yeah.
and you shine that, right, and you can make yourself your own drawing with the light, but it don't stay there, right, but it's like you are in touch with me, the artist. And basically what that's saying is that art is a bringer of light to the, you know, what we're doing, and I can write stuff. You know, I can reveal my deepest secrets, but it's embedded within the art. And so it becomes somehow universal and yet invisible.
And that sounds really interesting. And what's this piece called?
That piece is called I Hate My Mother, She's a Fucking Bitch, I know she never gave birth to me and shagged my dad the fucking fuck.
What you were just showing us there, is that sort of an example you were talking about art being temporary?
I suppose it is temporary, you know, it only lasts like a couple of seconds until the light goes away, but yeah, I suppose it is about it being temporary, but you also have to remember that art is timeless and exists forever.
Even though that doesn't really last forever though, does it?
Well, you know, it does in the mind of the individual, and art, you know, I'm not talking about a piece of art, I'm talking about art as a way of communicating to people. That's all, you know, language began with art. You know, Shakespeare invented words. You know, that's him being arty.
Now, you're quite renowned, I mean, certainly, well, in the area of Ramsgate anyway, for not actually selling your work.
No, well, I do sell my work, that's not true, I do sell it, I do.
And what sort of asking price do you tend to get for, you know?
Pounds, mostly. But I have accepted a few euros on occasion when I've been going on holiday.
You sold your work on holiday, have you?
No, I'm saying sell my work to people who I follow when I go on holiday.
Oh, right.
You know, when
okay.
I'm about to go, I'll say, all right, you can have it for some, you know, for euro money because I'm going to euro. So it's all right.
How do you feel about the euro and these sort of things? Like, do you feel Britain is still the same place as when you grew up as a child?
I don't think that really matters. I don't know why you're asking me that question.
Well, I'm just interested whether the change in recent times.
Well, you know, I don't really think of Britain, you know, because I know that we are a diverse culture, you know, and really English as a language is got a language, and England as a culture is a culture that's made up of borrowings from other countries and other cultures. You know, I'm aware of that, so I don't think of the culture of England. I think of the culture of Ramsgate, you know, because that's my heritage and that's where I'm from. You know, I'm from Ramsgate and that's who I am. So, you know, that's all I talk about that, but I also think that I'm talking about the world when I'm talking about Ramsgate. You know, because of what they say. You know, about Ramsgate, that it's like the world, but a little because of the sea.